Hi there, signs of Capricorn. This is Kim here to do your reading. Thanks for being patient with me while this comes out. Feeling a little under the weather, but I'm hoping I'll do an okay reading for you so that everybody gets a reading this weekend. All right, so we're in July 2024, and I'm imagining this divine white light going through my chakras. Oh, wow, everybody's gotten the same one. Seriously, everybody is getting this. So it's divine white light, right? I also work with the violet flame, so we're going to pull that in right now too. So let's pull in the violet flame, going through our chakras, grounding us, going up. Okay, for these messages, and I'll meet you on that unified field. So I'm going to multitask here. I have the Queen of Fame. This card has been coming out for every sign. I promise you it has. Just about almost every sign has gotten it. I love this deck. It's the Witch's Oracle. It gives me a lot to talk about. Some strange channeling sometimes. But yeah, so it's interesting that you got it too. So something about your beauty, something about your glow, something about what you're doing that is bringing out this immense beauty in you. A common theme was having to emerge from this dark cave here. Sometimes it was very literal, as in with Virgo's reading. Literally the cave card was another one of their cards. So this is emerging from the darkness into your power, your beauty. Whatever you had to transmute in that cave, it's like it gives me the message of saying, like, it's time for you to come out of the cave. All right, and everybody's been getting this one too. Another big message here. Patterns on the bottom, good or bad. That's how you look at them, but there are some patterns that you develop over time where it's like, good job, you've built your web, your connections, your work. It's something that your craft, something that's gotten better. You definitely can evoke things. I mean, it's a really dark cloud, but you're using all of the energy from this, and this produces negative ions, which is actually something that would make you feel really good. Ironically, isn't that kind of ironic? So you have the pentacle shape. Okay, just to briefly go over, we have each point here representing an element of earth. So water, air, fire, earth. And then up here at the top, I feel like is the most important. It's the one part of all of this that's actually, it's eternal. There's no death and rebirth cycle for spirit, for that you are. And that is the most important part, to get all of these moving in synchronicity to create for you here on this earth realm, on the earthly plane, which you're Capricorn, you're probably really good at. Probably really good at. She has a lot of things going for her in this picture too. She's got like the elemental spirits working, fixing things, fairies. There's a jackrabbit, something speeding up. Oh wow, what are you cooking up? What are you cooking up? So now I have the cauldron. She looks like a medicine woman to me. I don't know why. I mean, obviously it's just because of my reference, but I got a vision of Moses and the staff that turned immediately to a snake when I wanted it to. Or turning another, like something that Moses was able to do. It's just reminding me of magical times, even in the Bible. Okay, so there's something that's being cooked up. there's the wheat in the fields. So wealth, your harvest, representing wealth. She's holding a cup. Looks like two different people, doesn't it? It looks like a crone and a mother archetype. This one looks like a mother. This one looks like the crone. Oh, wow. Wow. When I say that you've got some kind of glow up, you truly do. You probably notice people taking second, third, fourth looks at you, glances at you outside or when you're out, because you're beautiful, you're glowing, you're embodying this, hello, goddess energy, transcendence. You have success written all over this, but you also have it with the bees and the reef around the goose's head or the swan's head. Might be a goose. Because I'm thinking of the goddess energy, the feminine energy. That actually is like, I think it's called nut. Was it Inkies? Mom? It's back when, it's the story where it was the woman that was called Nut that was in the sky, that represented the sky or the heavens. And it was the man that represented, or the god that represented the earth. But anyway, that's vice versa. Well, this just kind of goes in line with that, is what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's, I don't know the story that great, so I can't tell you. All I can tell you is that you're transcending on a goddess level. There's something that you've been cooking up, magic and beauty. You've been evoking things, pentacle, cauldron, and it's working. Divine feminine, transcendence is what the word on it says. So what is transcendence? To transcend is to rise above, to go past, to, in a way, overcome. Not even your issue, not even your problem, like something that you could just go right through. Like a spirit. In a way, all the elements and all this heaviness, and what does the spirit do? It transcends. Even in its witness of the death and rebirth of earth, it transcends too. But you're doing that here in this body. This is all heritage. Keeper of secrets on the bottom with the spiral of growth. Okay, so Iridia, heritage. This is something with your own family line. That's why I thought crone and mother, why am I pointing that out? Because it's a family thing. There's a genetic family thing, and I could be talking about something that's thousands of years ago. Somebody an ancestor that you don't really even know of. Maybe even from a land you didn't even know that you were related to. Keeper of secrets. And there's the crone, yeah. Wanting to get in touch with you, to tell you about something to release. Maybe you get some drink. Hang on. About something to release. A little bird told me. Okay, it's a red-breasted bird. May get messages from your ancestors too regarding with the birds. Of course, that is it's a form of divination when it's specific. There's even a specific word for it. Of course, I'm not going to remember it right now. Put it in the comments if you remember it. It's where you look at the bird's colors, you look at the bird's direction, their flight or no flight. You use that to divine with how many, the number of birds also can be significant. So this is interesting. What I've got for you so far is kind of interesting. It feels very transcendence, and it feels like ancestors. Oh, yeah, okay. So it feels like ancestors are wanting to work with you. You have to release any beliefs of whether or not they would be able to, or like whether you know these energies or not. So something about checking your belief system, and then you've got to give permission constantly. Interesting. What are you evoking? What is in the cauldron here? The womb. Divine feminine. What are you pulling in? What are you attracting? Heredia, heritage. What is Capricorn brewing up? What's Capricorn brewing up? The 10 of Disc. Seriously. Woo! And I mean, if I could have a cheesy applause button or applaud button, I would do it. And the 10 the 10 of Pentacle, the bee, the wealth. And by the way, this is the Journey of the Sacred Bee. It's a beautiful deck. I love it. I love it. I've had it for a while, and I absolutely love it. I've never, it's one of those decks you don't grow tired of. And so that's rare for me, because you see how often I go through decks. Yeah, guys. Okay, so wealth, riches, prosperity. It's like your ancestors are wanting you to know that whatever kind of blocks were in the past, whatever kind of karmas were put in the past, those are not only, they're being released, they can be released faster or more fast. Sounds better to say fast. It can be released quicker. Still more quick, isn't it? If you give conscious awareness and request it. So, like literally saying, would you like to release your karma right now with us? Okay, release. And you're so aware of that. You breathe in and out. You will even notice things after you do that in meditation or with your ancestors. You'll even notice aches and pains that go away. And they go away because they were never really yours to begin with. They were part of karma, carried from many, like I said, possibly thousands of years of karma, and things that are strange that you've just always dealt with. Those things disappear, and blocks are removed. Your subconscious kind of jumps on board here too. Whenever your consciousness, the big driver, is saying, "Look, I'm aware and I'm in charge." So you're growing wealth, you're growing prosperity. That's exactly what you're doing, and you're growing in spiritual and material growth. Okay, what can you give us about the, okay, I was going to say the Keeper of Secrets. What can you give us about that? I have interference, but it's sideways. It's, any kind of limitations, they're being released. Yeah, I got a hit on my crown chakra when I said that. Any kind of limitations, they're going to be released, or they are being released. No more interference with things that you have been carrying, trauma that you've been storing and carrying. If that's what you wish. What's the secrets about? The King of Disc. The Seven of Swords. You could also, this is definitely suggesting family, King of Disc and the Ten of Disc. Interference within the family, some lies, deception going on. This is a current reading for when you are seeing it. So there's being in your head over anxieties with whatever's going on. But what I can also see is that with good strategy, this is being removed. Because these cards are in the upright, I would say that what is going to make you feel very free, or a freeing energy, is that the finances are going to do extremely well and that everybody's going to be supported. And somebody here is very committed. The King of Discs, somebody is very committed. There is just this interference. I have Virgo, Gemini, and Taurus energy so far. Does this person have secrets, perhaps? One of those. So, who has the secret? Who? Five of Discs in the reverse. Is it a money secret or secret on how to create? This is a belonging. This is a belonging energy. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, Five of Wands, Five of Discs in the reverse. It's like the release. It says worry on the card, so it's a release of worry. You're evoking your pentacles, guys, your finances. It can't get any more. And there's something to do with the secret in that. I don't know if that's why they're not want. Do you notice that they're kind of like, every time I want to talk about the secret, they're like skirting around, because they're like, no, it's not your secret. It's Capricorn secret. We wouldn't have called it a secret if it wasn't a secret. I get it. Okay, I get it. So we're seeing something clearly of a new opportunity. It's going to bring in your pentacles and finances. It's going to release your worry, and it's something that you are concocting. It's something that you are like brewing up. This is an extremely good message for your pentacles, by the way, for your finances, for stability. What I don't know what the interference is, but how can we help this interference to move along, or the worry to move along? Ace of Wands. Oof. And another 5. These 5s are indicating that no matter what kind of trouble or strife or arguing there is around, like there's big changes here. Right? The Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Inspired action towards something regarding work or something regarding passion. It could be all of it could be something passionate, but I mean, so it could be romance. It's something new. It's something new. You just have to have more confidence in yourself, more confidence in your magic. Or tell me a little bit more about that. Yeah, the worry. It's the worry. There's so much being in your headspace. Like it's a mental prison here with the Nine of Swords. Despair. It's keeping... It's better safe than sorry, but to an extreme is what I'm getting. And it's better safe than sorry, leading you to not take any kind of risk here and let one thought pile onto the other. And so anxiety just builds up, and the thoughts just don't, they start building upon the negativity. Like, I bet it's this, or so either jumping to conclusions, jumping to assumptions. Try assuming the best. I know that's hard sometimes, but try assuming, like if you think of a situation, this is what I had to do with myself. If you think of a situation, and it could very well have a reason negative behind it, right? Instead of, even if you cannot think of a good thing at the moment, that is then your next task or your next goal. So if you're thinking something, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. If you're worried about something and your thoughts are like, well, what if this happens? Or maybe this happened because I'm going to assume that the person's either mad at me, or maybe they set this up, or maybe that one told this one. Instead of letting your mind spiral out of control about who could be gossiping, who could have stabbed you in the back, go back to source, center yourself, and say, okay, my goal is to replace all that, and say to myself, what if it's something good? What if the reason, even if it's a sticky situation, is because something good was the cause, or something good here is also the outcome, and try to fit it in the story, no matter how wild or delusional it would sound. You know what I mean? Like, to yourself, like, figure a way to make whatever scenario you're trying to have an assumption on be good, be positive. Even if it's still, you know what, I've had that actually even work out, where I assume the best and it's exactly what came. And it was delusional at the time for me to think the best. But it's just the power of your thoughts, right? Power of Neville. It's some Neville Goddard stuff. I don't think he actually words it quite like that, but that's what I would think, is that it's making your reality. Okay. And being very aware of your thoughts. Yep. Okay. So. And there's a sigil on that person's head. Secret's a secret. The secret's a secret. Occupations popping out. Like, really? You will transcend all and any problems that you're having within your occupation, or finding something to do that you really, really love doing. You will. And you'll transcend all problems and issues that have to do with your occupation at this time. Make sure we're taking charge of our thoughts. Just another example of Spirit saying, yes, bang on with the thoughts. Okay, bang on. Marriage. This, like I said, this energy wants to be really committed to you, or wants some kind of commitment. The Lovers too. No judgment here. Keep your thoughts positive. This is usually like meeting somebody on your path. Now, it could be a big decision, a big crossroads in your life. So it can have to do with this occupation. The marriage, though, and the all of it tied together could be a partnership that is going to, in return, maybe even start off with occupation and then turn into something romantic. But it could be both. Well, it could be both. Let me reshuffle. It could be both, but it's definitely partnerships or bonds coming together, and they're for the purpose of, they're supposed to be on your path. Their soulmate energy. No judgment here. Really? All right. When we get repeating, we're getting to the point where the message has been heard. Within a few weeks, moving out of a fear-based reality with the ostrich trap, it just kind of keeps you trapped there, stuck in your own thoughts, stuck in your own darkness. Okay, at this time, whatever this is that you maybe feel uninspired in regarding work, not wanting to take like too much of a risk, but not necessarily being the happiest, something is unchanged, and it's feeling like it has a lot to do with thoughts, the direction of your thoughts, and also worry. So you could be in a state where something is unchanged. You're needing to attract something to you, right? It could be that. And so if that's unchanged, it's not necessarily your fault, but to make it better, to focus on the worry part, like not worrying so much. Excuse me. You're the Phoenix. You're the Phoenix rising, it says. Crone is on the bottom of the deck too. The Phoenix, transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, rising from the ashes. We know what the Phoenix is. This is you. And it's you're an inspiration. You're the one thing in my life. You're the inspiration. Wanna get a na-na. Wanna na-na-na-na-na-na. No one needs something more than I need. I don't really know all the words to that, but you know what I'm saying. So you're an inspiration in someone's life map, Exploration, find your way, locate, unknown, destination, new territory, lay of the land, prepare, chart a course, read the signs. I definitely think there are signs, synchronicities, directions, and a new perspective. Okay, and then I have slingshot, tension, strain, anxiety here. Sudden, pull in the opposite. It says ready, aim, fire. So it has to do possibly with what has been unchanged for a while then. I'm gonna say within a few days. Wow. Another timing card. For some, it's going to be within a few weeks, and for some, it's going to be within a few days. The situation or event question will develop or unfold in a matter of days. Damn. All right. Yeah, if you'd like a private reading, that information is in the description box below. Thank you for the super chats, people who have given those. I appreciate that. It helps the channel a lot and is very much appreciated. So let's get into this, Capricorn, to close out your reading with an angel number, please. Oh, 55. If you have any placements in Virgo, I would really watch theirs too. Just because there's so many synchronicities with you and Virgo's reading here. Whoa, wow, yes. Cool. Okay, so I have master number 55. Substantial change is in your future. A need to embrace the change. Overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. I am evolving. Let go of your fears. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Swords. Let go of your fears. That makes sense. 666. A wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. I am centered. And that's what I've got for you. I'm sending you a lot of love. Like, subscribe if you did like it. And thanks for coming back if you're returning. Bye.